G'day guys, welcome back to Albatross Barbecue. Today we're talking about rubs, and in particular pork rubs or chicken rubs. Something which is sweet, a little bit of spice. How much do you honestly spend on your rubs? If you break it down per gram, obviously you're paying for somebody else to make you an awesome rub, but can you make your own? Damn right you can. We're gonna put 3 different rubs together, throw them on some ribs, let's see how they taste. And how much money you're gonna save? Well, I'm gonna tell you at the end. It's so easy to go to your local butcher or local barbecue store and buy yourself some barbecue rub. But how much are you really spending? Here in Australia, to buy an average size barbecue rub, you're probably looking at somewhere in the region of around $27 to $28. Maybe a little bit cheaper pending the brand that you're buying, but for that Pitmaster size, which is about 340 grams, it's definitely going to be around that $25 to $27. Once you find that rub that you love, it takes a lot of time out of your preparation. I get it. But remember, you're paying for someone to make that rub, you're paying for the container, you're paying for shipping. There's a whole lot of things that you've got to pay for within that $27. Today, what I'm doing is throwing together 3 different rubs. I've got a sweet heat, a more of an every purpose type of rub, and then a sweet rub. I purchased all of the ingredients from my local supermarket. Usually I would buy these ingredients in bulk, but from my local supermarket, I can still make an outstanding rub. I've placed all of the ingredients in the description of this video. I haven't put the ratios because that's up to you. If you want more salt, more pepper, more paprika, more spice, that's up to you. I've got a nice blend here that I'm very, very comfortable with. The important question here, I guess, is how much have I spent? Well, by sourcing the ingredients from my local supermarket, I've probably saved myself about $10 by making each of these rubs. So rather than me spending $27 for 340 grams, it's costing me somewhere in the region of around $16 to $17. So I'm already saving $10 just by making this rub on my own the way that I like it. If you source the ingredients in bulk, which is very, very easy to do, especially on somewhere like Amazon, you can bring that cost down to about $8. But I'm not making 340 grams, I'm making 420 grams. So I'm making more rub, significantly less money, and trust me, the taste that you can get out of making your own rub is absolutely outstanding. A little bit of time and prep, you can save some money. But let's cook these ribs up. Okay, so now I'm going to let the ribs take in those flavors for about 10 to 15 minutes. That gives me enough time to get the pellet smoker that I'm going to be using the Traeger up to 210 degrees Fahrenheit for the first 2 to 3 hours. I've got a number of different smokers, but it's pretty hot here in Australia today, so pellet smoker it is. I'm not going to waste time in this video talking too much about how to cook these ribs, but I gave it plenty of smoke for about 3 hours, and then I just sprayed it with some water every hour just to keep a little bit of moisture in the smoker. After 3 hours, we're going to get these out. They all look pretty similar now because I've taken on quite a bit of smoke. I'm simply going to wrap them in some butter, a little bit of brown sugar, as well as honey. I've sauced these up. I've allowed that sauce to thicken up a little bit. I didn't put too much sauce on there because I really want to taste the flavor of the rubs. The rack on the left is the all-purpose rub. The one in the middle is the sweeter rub. And then the one on the right-hand side, that's the sweet heat rub. They all look pretty good, but it's time to dig in and give these things a taste test. Okay. So let's try these 3 different rubs. First one, this is the first rub, which is the one which is a bit more of an everyday rub. Less sweetness, a little bit of spice, but should be good for chicken, pork, etc. Let's dig in, give this one a go. bit beautifully off the bone. Flavor wise, not sweet, and I expected it. Not much of a kick, which is cool. It's kind of what I expected, just a mild little touch. Really good, absolutely delicious. I love it. But let's move on to the middle one. This is the one which is sweeter. So they're real sweet, a bit more sugar. Let's try it. I took a few bites because I've got a bit of bone there. Definitely sweeter. Is it good? I think so. I like it. A little bit more of a kick than what I anticipated in that one, to be perfectly honest with you, but definitely a hell of a lot more sweetness. Let's try this third one. So this one I'm hoping is a bit of an in-between, a bit of a sweet heat. Got to wait for those flavors to kick in. Definitely a little bit more heat there. Sweetness wise, it's there. I could probably do with a little bit more sugar, but otherwise, definitely that's the spicier one. Middle, not spicy at all. Left, not spicy at all. Arguably a little bit more flavor. I like this one. I think some people might say a little bit too much of a kick. I love it. Beautiful. I tasted it without it going on the meat. Just, you know, having the rub on its own, dipping it on the tongue. That was my favorite, the third one, if I'm being honest with you. But when you put it on the meat, it gives a little bit of a different complexion, different flavor. Really, really good. I don't know. Look, they're all good. I think my least favorite is probably the one in the middle, because I believe I can put more sweetness into this if I want to, with a little bit more sugar, a little bit more apple juice, etc. If you want that type of thing. But otherwise, all three are absolutely delicious. And from a costing point of view, so much cheaper to make your own rub. Like significant savings, at least $10, as I said during the video. Give it a go. It really is that simple, guys. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you again in the next one. Catch you later. There's a few racks there. My son helps me out. I wasn't a pig. He enjoyed them. In fact, he loved them. Purpose of this video though, buy some ingredients, make your own rubs, experiment with the ratios, enjoy it. It can be so much cheaper. And you know what? At the end of the day, if you're having fun, that's all we care about. Thanks, guys. We'll see you again in the next one.